dear. Guys, remember, it was over. It was over in October. 100% over. All done and dusted. And then that. Thank you, Hearts. Well done, Hearts. Welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation podcast, guys. It's just me tonight. Unfortunately, sorry about that. But look, guys, it is about you and me tonight. That's what it's about. It's about talking all things Rangers. It's about obviously reflecting on today. I'm just sorry we haven't got a league game tomorrow to really put it in on them. And that's what it's about, guys. But before we talk about that, before we have a look at your comments, I just want to bring up something and I want to share something with you guys. And the reason I want to share it with you tonight is because this is solely down to you. Okay. Okay, so here it is, guys. This is just, I am absolutely 100% blown away by this tonight. This is just unbelievable, unbelievable. You know what, when I started this channel on the 23rd of February, I had hopes for it. Of course I did, you know, because I love talking about my club. I love my club and I want to talk about my club. But this has just blown me away today. To get this certificate sent through on email today, 1 million views, guys. That's what I am currently at on this channel. We have hit 1 million views and it's just absolutely blown away. Guys, I cannot thank you enough for your support, your move. All you do for me it's phenomenal. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support, for coming on the podcast, for coming on the live streams, for commenting on the videos, for watching the videos, for joining the channel, for the super chats, for the super stickers, for super thanks and everything like that. Guys, thank you so much. It means the world to me. It really does. Thank you. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. It's down to you guys, and that's why I do this. Let's have a quick flick through some comments before we talk all things Rangers today. So we've got Callum. Callum has got some trophies. A quadruple top. Callum wants coming up. Hopefully, Callum. Alexander says, we are the people. My good buddy Malky McClellan says, come on, Rangers. Absolutely. RFC 56 says, no surrender. Alexander picks up on the meltdown across the city. Yes, there was a total meltdown across the city. Apparently, there was chance of sack the board at Sharkhead today. Completely lost it. It's in our hands. We could have a crazy good season. We are correct, Callum. You know what? That is spot on, buddy. You know, I was looking at the league table before I came on air tonight, and if we win our 2 games in hand, and I know that's a what if. It's a big what if. We know what we're like. Then we go top of the league before playing them. I mean, that is just unbelievable. We must focus on ourselves, keep winning, says RFC 56. You are spot on game by game. Gemma Brown on X says, joined. Hello, Gemma. How are you doing? Oi, oi, says Acoustic Gymnastics. Bluebells are blue says, great day, great week so far. Now let's do the business tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. Bluebells are blue. Come on, the Jers. RFC 56 got his laughing face. Philippe Clement says Merry Christmas from Glasgow Rangers. Thank you, Philippe. I know that Philippe is a massive fan of the channel. I know he is. I know he watches because he's a massive fan. Massive, apparently. I don't know. Probably not, guys. He probably doesn't even know who I am. CRS says, evening CRS. How you doing, buddy? It's been a great day. It's been a great day. Unbelievably good day today, hasn't it? We've also got Jerry Wallace in the live chat. Says, all right, troops. Stacey joined us. Is that really the real Stacey? Is that you, the Korean girls? Let me know. Buzzing, quadruple, here we come. Philippe Clement says, Merry Christmas from Glasgow Rangers. Absolutely. Callum C says, a killie pie for tea and a jam tart for pudding. Love it, buddy. Love it. Absolutely love it. RFC 56 says, lol. Some other comments on Facebook have not appeared yet, which is Jerry Wallace says, it is appreciated. Scott Hammond says they even booed Santa at half time, for fuck's sake. Yes, apparently Father Christmas was booed at half time. Absolutely. Thank you, Acoustic Gymnastics. We're 37 away from a 4K target. Congratulations, Owen Pal. Thank you, Bluebells are blue. It's free. It is. It's appreciated, mates. No worries. Joined. Absolutely. Alexander says, we are the people. Son Clear Brahman says, congratulations, Owen. You deserve every accolade for your spirit and dedication. We are the people. Blueface smiling. Aldo says, can I have 2 jam tarts, please? I think we all want some jam tarts here in this half of Glasgow. Merry Christmas from Glasgow Rangers. We've had that comment. Having killie pies for dinner. Celtic, 70 years of buying players with their victims' money, separate entity. God, there's a lot of comments, guys. Thank you for your comments. Trying to keep up with these. What a great start to the weekend. To Robert, it's an amazing start to the weekend. Let the inbreds fight amongst themselves. They're running scared. Santa was the only one to show up. Lol. Jim Cunningham says, Jam tarts for pudding, no doubt. Absolutely. Alexander, thank you so much. That is amazing. £10 super sticker. Thank you, Alexander. Empty stadium, boo boys, ha 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 ha. Facebook user who is Joey Wallace is surprised they didn't ban Santa. After our 3-1 defeat to the Sheep, who thought we'd be in this situation now? Rangers take these opportunities. Absolutely. Decider, hiring all the best. Hi, Decider. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here. Greg Guthrie, need to get tomorrow sorted first and foremost and get that monkey off our backs, then get the 2 games in hand sorted. Evening all. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you so much. Bluebells are blue. That is phenomenal. Guys, if you're not a member of the channel, then join for free, guys. Get yourself a membership. That mob should lighten up. For fuck's sake, they just beat Feyenoord, says Philippe Clement. Absolutely. So, look, guys, it is a situation we are in tonight where that result has put us in a fantastic position to really go on. But look, that is for another day, realistically. I mean, yes, I know we are now in a position where we can overtake them going into the new year because I think we all knew. Look, I've been saying this all season. This is not the same Celtic team as we saw against, with Ange Postecoglou. This is a different Celtic team. This is a Celtic team that are not the same as they were last year. They're not a winning machine. We look at the league table now. We've got 2 games in hand on them. We win those 2 games in hand. We go to 43 points. We're 1 point clear of them. And if we can beat them, or even now, a draw at Parkhead looks like a good result. It really does. So it's in our hands. It's in our hands now. We have got a historic chance now to really sort this season out and pull this season around. This is it. The piggery is on fire. Absolutely, John McKenzie. This stay unbeaten and we are laughing to 56, says Callum C. That is the big thing, Callum. Aldo says 2 games in hand and win tomorrow. Be nicely done. Only way Sheep score tomorrow is through our own mistakes. And unfortunately, that has been the way it's gone a lot, hasn't it? RFC 56, thank you so much for that. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Absolutely does help. Rogers has destroyed what Ange built, to be honest. Good. Absolutely. Alexander, we have to do the business tomorrow, guys. So, guys, let's start by talking about tomorrow. Let's talk about the situation coming in at Hampden Park tomorrow. So, we take on Aberdeen. Now, Aberdeen have been a bit of a bogey for us this year, having a bit of a bogey side for us this year. We lost them 3-1 at Ibrox, and obviously we drew with them. I think, unfortunately, drew with them at Pittodrie. I think that was a game, you take the Balogun chances that were missed. You take the Lammers chance that was missed at the end. It was a game we should have won. It was a game we should have put to bed, I think. Honestly do think we should have put that game to bed and won that game. And God, if we had those 2 extra points now, how much even better would it be looking? How much amazingness would that be if we were actually, in a position where we had actually got some points from Pittodrie? It would be just utterly amazing, in my opinion. It really, really would. But tomorrow is a game we need to win. Tomorrow is a game we need to really go out there. And what we need to do is carry on from Thursday night. Thursday night was absolutely amazing, wasn't it? Thursday night was just unbelievably phenomenal. I loved Thursday night. I loved it. It was just the absolute superstar. Ewan Minton, hello, Ewan. How you doing? Hello, Owen, and the entire nation. Absolutely. Callum C says, absolute meltdown, though. It is a meltdown. Jerry Wallace says, I think the games in hand are St Johnstone and Killie. Yeah, I think it is. It's St Johnstone on Wednesday night and Killie, I think, before the new year. I think I'll find out in a minute. Humiliated in Europe, thrown away their lead, calling for Brendan's head, fighting each other in the stands, booing Santa. They're absolutely raging. Lol. Absolutely, guys. 100%. Bluebells are blue. Thank you very much for that. They booed Santa because they're all Muslim fanatics. They're looking a bit like that at the moment, aren't they? They really are. Monkeys a deed, absolutely. Monkeys a deed, sorry. Penalty to Santa. Evening. Hi, RT72. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here on this Saturday evening. Defo Callum. Football Manager says, congrats on the view, mate. Like PC, hard work pays off. PC has brought professionalism, a cause of identity, and good, attractive football in the main. With limited players, the board must back him. Yeah, I agree. Football Manager, you make a fantastic point there. I think we are in a position now where we need to undo the mistakes of 55 season. After 55, Stephen Gerrard said, you make hay whilst the sun is shining. You invest while you have the chance to. We didn't do that. We threw it away. Philippe Clement is ringing an amazing tune out of this team tonight. To get what he's getting out of this bunch of players who failed so awfully under Michael Beale. And there was an amazing comment that, if you actually reflect on a comment that Philippe Clement made today in his press conference, I think it kind of not throws shade at Michael Beale, but kind of gives a little bit of a hint as to what Michael Beale had done to our club. You know, he talks about the fact that this club has changed in the last 2 months. He talks about the club, feel that there is a good vibe, a positive vibe around the club now that there wasn't previously, that there is a team now in that dressing room, that there is a determination to succeed and a determination to change perceptions. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But look, at the end of the day, he's done what Beale failed to do. Michael Beale left this club in a disastrous state. And I really feel for Sunderland fans, and I feel for Sunderland. If that's who they're going to appoint, they are absolutely screwed. They are screwed. 100% screwed. Yeah, absolutely, 100% with you. They're not getting any presents this year, are they? Who heard the guy wanting Rodgers out and Lennon to come back? That's hilarious. That is really funny. Why would you want him back? He's even worth. Do you know what? Bring Neil Lennon back. I would love it if he was their manager. Love it, to quote Kevin Keegan. Clement will demand a win from the players tomorrow. Clement demands a win in every single game he goes into. Annoys me. They're spoiled bunch. They moan about money when they spend 5 times as much as Hearts, etc. Spoiled rotten. I think tomorrow is going to be very productive on our part, Robert. I certainly hope it is. 56 people watching, guys. Can you smash the like for me? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, come on, we've got 37 to go to get to the 4K target. Smash it, boys. Smash it, and girls. Lol, 72. I don't listen to CSSB anymore. Can't go after it. They stopped using the term old firm. Hampden is a big park that will suit the likes of Speed Merchant, Seaman, Matondo, and even young Ross McCausland. With the power of the best on earth, Sterling in the middle, we should, John Lundstram, we should have enough to overpower them early doors. Meltdown Monday after we win this cup, I hope so. God has my Rangers scarf on, says Robert. You must do. Try to tell the kids growing up in Scotland, Jers died by not using the term old firm. Exactly wrong. Not beating sheep yet, but Clement will have them out there fighting blood, sweat, and for the badge, he will. 56 says, I don't usually book. Was too good to turn down. Are we listen today? Ha ha. Sunderland lol. Decider. Are we lucky this week, or did we really get an early Christmas gift? Lol, says Paul. Absolutely. Ref had a good game, says Kevin Robb. Welcome, Kevin. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. How dare they boo old Santa Claus? Exactly fantastic, Mr. Fox. Will be a win tomorrow, and it'll be a great week. That's 100% correct. Fans fighting, fans trying to attack the board was a good listen. Ha ha. Can't let them score first, especially early on. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I'm gonna flick through some of your comments whilst I'm talking. So, yeah, it's a key thing tomorrow. You know what we did. You know what happened yesterday. What happened today? Sorry, in terms of that result, it gives us a chance to really kick on. And I think, I don't know for you guys, but Thursday night for me started to change perceptions. You know, Philippe Clement was very wise in his press conference today. He talked a little bit about that he'd read a lot of bad things about these players, that he'd read a lot of negative things about these players. And look, we've criticised them. We've criticised them an awful lot, haven't we, for what they've done over the last few seasons, how they've gone and hid, how they've not turned up in key games, how they've bottled out all firm games. But for me, Thursday night, and I don't know about for you guys, showed a turning point. Thursday night was a turning point for me. That squad were backed to the wall. That squad were in a position where they were missing Jack, Raskin, Balogun. These are not all injuries, by the way. These are just players who weren't available. Balogun, Cantwell, Danilo were all missing from the squad. There's more, Ridvan, there's loads of players missing. But some of those players there are first-team players, are starters. Ryan Jack would start, I think, next to John Lundstram if he was fit. Todd Cantwell would start in the 10 role if he was fit, if he didn't have any issues. Okay, that you're taking out key players, yet we're still going there and winning. Now, we went 1-0 up and we're on a high. We then get pulled back to 1-1. I think Rangers team of the past at that point would capitulate. The head would go down. Certain players would go into hiding. The Barisics, the Tavs, the Goldsons, the Lunnies of this world, because they would have that mentality of, oh God, here we go again. It's going to be another bad night. It's going to be another terrible performance for Rangers. We're going to struggle again. They're going to get on top, and etc., etc. And that negative cycle starts. Now, as I said when I released a video earlier talking about Philippe's press conference, and I said, one of the things that I think Philippe Clement has started to do is retrain the minds of these players. I think for too long, these players have had that negative mindset. And when you're so used to things going against you, when you're so used to things being bad for you, you get a negative mindset and you learn that things will never work out for you. And you learn to always look for the worst case scenario. And then you learn that the best thing to do is to hide. The best thing is not to stand up. the best thing is not to fight, because at the end of the day, what's the point? And that's kind of, I think, where these players were. Now, I think for me, Philippe Clement has changed that mindset. I think he's got them starting to get back to being perhaps the players they were during 55, the players that they fight for everything. They want to win. They don't want to hide anymore. They don't want to give up anymore. Now, I know this could change tomorrow if we lose. Look, I know that. But I saw on Thursday night a change in mentality from a number of those players, a real change in mentality. And I think that's something we need to really encourage. And as Philippe said said in his press conference today, he's read a lot of negative things, a lot of bad things about this team. But it's time for perceptions to change. And he said tomorrow is a chance, along with Thursday night, to write another page in history and to change perceptions of this team and to change perceptions of these players. And tomorrow is the perfect thing. Now, at the start of the week, when I spoke about this week to you guys, I said this was a huge week. We had 3 games we needed to win. And this was a season-defining week, not for the manager, but for the players. And for those players that have been slaughtered by me, I admit that, by John Lundstram, James Tavernier, Connor Goldson, all those players, Cyril Dessers that have been slaughtered. It was a season-defining week. And if they can come out of this week with 3 victories and 3 good performances, then they can define the rest of the year. And there is no reason why after today, if we keep on developing, moving forward as we are, there is no reason why we cannot have at least 3 domestic trophies in our cabinet by the end of this season. All right, let's get to some of your comments. Aldo says, Wright starting on the bench. I think he'll be on the bench. I'm just going off what Philippe Clement does previously, Aldo. If you look at what he does previously, when players come back from injury, he never starts them straight away. He brings them off the bench. He introduces them with 15, 20 minutes here, there. But I think having Scott Wright back is a huge boost. I know that sounds weird to say, given it's Scott Wright, but Scott Wright changed that semi-final when he came on against Hearts. Scott Wright has performed superbly. Him and John Lundstram seem to have had their careers resurrected and turned around by Philippe Clement. They really, really have. Bluebells of Blue says Makelele has a poster of Sterling on his wall. He certainly does. He certainly does. And N'Golo Kante as well. I know all talk about the SPL being shit, but they need to strengthen in January. Win tomorrow. It'll be a good weekend. Exactly when we do need to strengthen and we do need to win. If we play tomorrow like we did on Thursday, we'll destroy the mutton molester, says you. And you are spot on with that comment, buddy. Spot on. Spot on. Mr. Fox, they went into full Catholic to full-blown Islamic extremists. The Tarts are okay. Goes to show they have it their own way too. Absolutely, Kevin. Look, I have been saying the last week that they're not used to people chasing them down. They're not used to people putting pressure on them. They've had it their own way for so long now. They know what they think is from the past is they just think that, you know what, having said that, they think that if they lose, it doesn't matter because Rangers will bottle it. Rangers will lose. Rangers will blow it because that's what Rangers do. And that's why they've got away with it for season after season after season. But Philippe Clement is starting to, and I honestly feel this, guys, is starting to install in this team a winning mentality, a positive mindset, a forward-thinking mentality. And yet, I think now they are feeling the pressure, and we are seeing finally what happens when they have pressure put on them. Brilliant comment, Kevin. There's still a lot wrong with some of these players. Let's not kid ourselves off. Imagine if, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying Bluebells are blue that all the problems have been solved. Yes, the defense does need rebuilding because at the end of the day, you can have all the positive mindset in the world, but if you cannot do the job, look, I've got a positive mindset towards Rangers. I believe that if I went out there tomorrow, I could run around the entire Aberdeen team, that I could score a hat trick, that I could be the best player on the field. But you know what? My body says, no, you can't. You're 45 years old, you're overweight, and you're unfit. So no, it's not going to happen. I get that. And the defence does need rebuilding. That defence was shocking in the first half. And honestly, if we could have defended, we would not have conceded 2 goals. And as much as it pains me to say this, Tav, Goldson, Barisic, Balogun are all coming to the end of their careers. They're 32, 31, 36 and 32. You cannot continue with defenders going north of 30. You need a young team. You need a younger defence. And hopefully Niels Koppen come in will address that. Jerry says, I think it's Jerry. If it's not, I do apologise. If we win tomorrow, proper game changer. You're right. Thursday was amazing. Absolutely. Ignorant, cocky scumbags. But we beat Feyenoord, still in our shadow. We need an entire new defence for starters. SM Media, my good mate Scotty McPike. Scotty, I'm still waiting for you to let me know what you want me to do with SM Media, whether you want me to write for your website or what you want me to do. I'm going to be working with SM Media, hopefully. Thank you very much, TTPD. Shankland equals Rangers come January. Alexander, do you know what? I don't want to get into that because it absolutely divides the fan base. Personal opinion, Alexander, I would love Lawrence Shankland at Rangers. I think he could be another Chris Boyd. Chris Boyd wasn't great in Europe, but he scored boatloads of goals in Scotland. I think Lawrence Shankland could do that again. And I think if we had Shankland up front, we'd win the league. Easy. Because if you think about the amount of chances we miss, okay, absolutely well in hearts. Absolutely. If we had quality, we would run away with this league. Agreed, Callum. If we had a better defence, we have got the best defence in Scotland, but that's down to Jack Butland. If we could put teams to the sword, how many times do you watch a game at Ibrox or away from home and we create 5, 6, 7, 8 chances but only score 2? Yeah, I agree. We need to put them away. Guy's a miracle worker, lol, says Stuart. I think, he is a bit of a miracle worker, isn't he? He did say at the start, didn't he, that he didn't have a magic stick. Magic stick. He has a magic stick. He's definitely got his magic stick out. Look at it this way, guys. Philippe Clement got his magic stick out. It's working. Mrs. Clement is very lucky that Philippe got his magic stick out. I'm going to leave that joke there. Absolutely. And RFC 56, you are right, because that's what he says. He says it's about going game to game, week to week, month to month, etc., etc. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Spot on. Got a ticket sober tonight, says Robert. Brilliant. 3 trophies. Let's go for 4 in Europe, Alex Alexander. Absolutely. It's now in our own hands. This is it. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. It's in our hands. We cannot afford to blow it. This is it, guys. We have got to take this opportunity with both hands. You look at the great teams in sport. The Australian cricket team, when they were dominant. The Chicago Bulls, when they were dominant in the NBA. The New England Patriots, when they were dominant in the NFL. You look at those Manchester United teams of Alex Ferguson, that used to regularly chase and hunt down Arsenal and then pass them and win the league. The thing was with them, once they got their foot in the door, they would not let you shut the door. Once they had their foot on your throat, you could not get up. And we need to be the same. Can't see Wright starting before Ross. Robert, like I said, I don't think he will because he's come back from injury. And if you look at Philippe Clement's record, he never ever starts a player who's come back from injury. He always brings him on. Yeah, Callum, I don't even want to think about it, buddy. They will hand us the treble. Their defence is shocking. Absolutely. Certainly is. Fox, Wright loves scoring at Hampden, as we know. Absolutely. And you know what? There's no doubt that he could come on and be that same player that he was. Jerry Wallace again. Say, come on and be that player that he was in that semi-final against Hearts. So let's take it that way. Best bit about is there will now be massive pressure on them for that offer. Exactly. RFC 72, you are spot on, buddy. Great point, because at the end of the day, they've never had that pressure before. They've never had it on them for the last 2 seasons. They've had a free reign. We are coming. Duncan McCurry, you are so generous. Thank you so much. £10 donation. Thank you very much. Gerard had Rogers' number and he bolted. William, you're spot on. Robert Elliott with a brilliant point. Now, Todd Cantwell is available for tomorrow's game. Philippe Clement, it was the first question he was asked in the park in the press conference this afternoon. And he said that Todd Cantwell is available and is ready to play. So let's hope that Todd is back and at his best. A draw at Sharkhead suits us. It does now, Callum. Win our 2 games in hand, we're a point clear. A draw against them, we're still a point clear. And I'll tell you this, buddy, they're going to drop more points. Absolutely, Callum. They need to beat us now. And that's going to play into our hands. If they have to come out and play us, they're going to play right into our hands. Stuart wants to beat them. I'm glad we don't need to worry about Europe till March now as well. That's an absolute bonus. Absolutely, William. Now we've won that group. March the 7th, day after my birthday, Rangers are coming down. European game, isn't it? So look at it this way. We've got pretty much now a free run until March to concentrate on the league and the Scottish Cup. Guys, I want a treble. I don't mean whiskey. Not getting carried away, a game at a time, trusting Clement. Although you're right, it is a game at a time because, we've all been hurt by this team before, haven't we? We've all had that issue where we've had a chance, but we've thrown it away and we've all been hurt. He's getting into the players' heads. That can only be a good sign. Fantastic, Mr. Fox, is what I was saying. He is getting in the players' heads. He is starting to, I think, have an effect on their mindset. Robert says he wants a striker and a left back and a must in January. I think, Robert, you're right there. I think one of the things you've got to think about, Robert, is the situation around that is that Clement did say in that press conference that a striker is now a must for Rangers in January. So I think we will definitely see a striker. Who's going tomorrow, guys? Let me know. We've got another person who's come online on Twitter. My daughter's just come in with a massive hot chocolate with cream on the top. My daughter, that's my oldest daughter, guys, who is a Rangers fan. Do you want to say hello to everybody, Rebecca? No, she doesn't want to say hello to everybody. Rebecca is a Rangers fan. She wants a Rangers shirt with 7 Becca on the back, don't you, Rebecca?
Yeah.
There you go. I want a winger. We're already short of wingers, Stuart. Yeah, I think another winger would be great. That last Palmer deal looks a bit stupid now, what Beale said. The Jers dressing room must be buzzing now, knowing it's in their grasp to go top of the league. Mr. Dugster, you are spot on, buddy. 79 people watching, guys. Please smash that like. I don't think well, we have a better time. Sell Dessers, remember his age, 28 years old. It's true, RFC 56. There's no revalue in him, is there, really, at the end of the day? The main thing is getting a striker in January, says Malky. I think you're right there, Malky. I think January's not a time to rebuild a squad. January's not a time to go and sign lots and lots of players, because at the end of the day, it is a time where it's a seller's market. It's not a buyer's market. Yes, you can line up Bosmans for the end of the season, but at the end of the day, I think you do end up overpaying in January. So I think it's a couple of players in January, probably a centre, maybe a centre back and a striker. But then I think in terms of the left back, the winger, unless Ridvan leaves. If Ridvan leaves in January, then yes, I do think we need to sign a left back in January. But at the end of the day, I think it will certainly be more towards the summer that Clement and Coppen rebuild. Clement's going to give us a finish list. I think he will help us win the cup, but don't think we'll ever get a better chance to sell him, says RFC 56. Talk about Dessers, who went Lionel Messi. Absolutely amazing. We have what we have is a real manager. When was the last time we had that? Robert Binney, great question. Spot on. Big Eck. McFadden's space on sports scene was a picture. Rangers to win 56 League Cup and Scottish Cup and Europa. That's my wish. Although it's everyone's wish on here, buddy. Mine too. Mine too. Believe in me, I will deliver, says Philippe. Philippe, come on the show, buddy. Come on the show. Excited to see just how we can upgrade the squad in January. Me too, absolutely, RC 56. It's an exciting time for the club. Kevin says, if the Tims lose the next game, they better have the Fire Brigade on standby. Decider, thank you so much. Top man, great podcast. Thank you, Decider. Robert's feeling his treble. Upgrade the defense. I agree. The defense does need a huge upgrade. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. Agree. Bally says, since came in for Del Boy, bring on the sheep, bring the cup home, go on. The Jers, we are the people. William says, Seema will be off the Africans nations as well. That is a big loss, isn't it? Having no Seema. So yeah, I do think a striker. Aldo says, hot chocolate sounds good now. Robert says, hello, Becca. She says hello back. Robert, centre back, centre midfield, centre back, left back, winger, striker. I'm not asking for much in January. RT 72, I would love to see all that come in. I just can't see him doing it in January. Just can't see it. RC 56, defense is poor quality, not being negative, but we need to change it. We do. It's not been negative, Aldo. It's just stating reality, isn't it? I think you're right. It's the problem with the defense is, and you know, James Tavernier, Connor Goldson, Borna Barisic have been great servants in the past for the club. But the problem is they're not getting any old. They are getting older. They're not getting any younger, even. Sorry. And as you get older, things stop working. So I'm told. And I'm not talking about anything rude here. And you slow down. You lose a yard of pace. The older you get, the more you lose your pace. Borna never had lightning pace to start with. Tavernier never had lightning pace to start off with. They're losing that now, and they need to. They need to be changed. We do need an evolution of the defense. You cannot keep this defense. You know, if we play that defense, if we play with Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, and Barisic, that's the same defense we had during the 55 title season. You know, and if you go back even further, if you take Barisic, Tavernier, and Goldson, those guys played Celtic 5 years ago. You know, how many teams around the world have the same defense they had 5 years ago? You won't find many. You will not find many. Won't overpay in the Scandinavian markets. Their seasons are finishing. Good call, RFC 72. I know, Owen, but I want us to use. Yeah, absolutely. I think there is a time to get rid of it. Philippe Clement says, my daughter's name is Rebecca, but she prefers Becca. That's what I call her. I do call my daughter Becca. More comments, guys. I am struggling to get your comments today. Agreed, Aldo, but I'm sure it will happen in January. Might be wrong, but I don't know what Clement's thinking. Like I said, I don't think it will happen. The last great manager we had was Sir Walter Smith. Absolutely. God bless him. Rest in peace. Favorite Rangers top. My favorite. I love the. One of my favorites is the. You know, do you remember the one that Gaza wore for the hat when he scored his hat trick against Aberdeen when we clinched the league title? That was one of my favorite ones, guys. That's my favorite ones. I was actually at that game. Managed to beg a ticket off someone. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys. Because a lot of our defenders on contracts, unless you get rid of some, absolutely. As long as we score more goals than the teams we are playing, we don't need to worry about the defense. Get a good striker in. How much is Miovski worth? Get Shankland, but the price, true. true. Right, guys, just a little look then. So tomorrow, this is how I would line up tomorrow. I think, we've got to kind of look at it in terms of the fact is, what is the best team to try and get a result tomorrow? And we are limited, obviously, by injuries. Of course we are. So Jack Butland in goal, I think, obviously, is just one we have to go with. He's the best keeper in Scotland, one of the best keepers in Britain. So that's the fact. Back four, I think, will pretty much picks itself. Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun. I think Balogun comes back in for Davis. Davis was all right Thursday night, but he still wasn't great. So for me, Balogun comes back in. Plus, Big Leon has been fantastic this season. So I don't think it's fair on Big Leon to drop him. And Borna starts at left back. I just think because of the height thing, because of the fact that the Sheep have exploited Ridvan a little bit in the past, I think it will be Borna. After what the manager said today in his presser, I do think that Dujon Sterling will start in midfield. He talked about Dujon being versatile, being a good footballer, a good passer, having 2 good feet, about his hunger to play the game, how he was really impressed. And what impressed me today about Philippe was the fact that he talked about thinking outside the box to come up with a Dujon Sterling solution. And how would Michael Beale have ever thought outside the box? Of course he bloody wouldn't. Of course he wouldn't. So yeah, great idea. John Lundstram, who's having a great season so far. Johnny, I'm sorry. John Lundstram, is it time to bring back the song, guys? Is it time to bring back the song? For me, Cantwell has to come back in. I would start Matondo on the right wing, Seamer on the left, and I have McCausland on the bench to come on for impact late on. And then Dessers has to start up front because realistically there is nobody else, is there? That's the problem. We haven't got any other strikers. Sam Lammers, I don't want anywhere near the team tomorrow. I really do not want Sam Lammers anywhere near the team tomorrow. Kevin says, if Seamer is not going to be available, then a striker in January is essential unless Dessers starts to perform. Kevin, good shout. Although Dessers went full Lionel Messi on Thursday night, didn't he? That goal was brilliant. I've got to credit him for that. Defence needs change. It does, Robert. I agree. I've said this a number of times now. The defence does need it. Defo wants us to look at the Scottish market. No missing out on Scottish talent anymore. This is the thing. We've got to get over that. You look at the likes of Conor Barron, Lennon Miller, is it? Lawrence Shankland. What's the kid at Motherwell called again? There's some quality players out there. And I think we could get some of those, definitely. Oh, what a night. Absolutely. Alexander, I will definitely keep the faith. That's what I'm saying. Defence has been together for longer than my marriage, says Aldo. Well, I'm not even married, buddy, so there you go. Dave wants to move Tav forward. It's a possibility. A lot of people have talked about moving Tav forward, haven't they? A lot of people have talked about possibly moving Tav up the field and making him into a winner rather than a midfielder. I suppose the worry is his pace, isn't it? Bring on tomorrow. A win is for the fans, absolutely. And as Philippe Clement said in his presser, he said this is a chance to write another page in history, to have another reference point, to have another season-defining moment. And for me, that's what it's all about. Now, look, Aberdeen, we all know that Aberdeen are going to be bang up for this game because they always are. They're always more up for us, aren't they? They're always more up for playing against us. We know that. But at the end of the day, we've got to realistically, I think, go out there like Thursday night, minute 1, go at them, high press them, attack them, take them apart. That's got to be the way we go tomorrow. If we sit back and defend, or if we try and protect this, we are going to be in trouble. Now, you look at that team they've got there, and Sokola and Miovski, they ran in behind us so much. We can't let them have the opportunity to play the ball out. They've got a decent midfield, McGrath, Clarkson and Shinnie, but realistically, Lundstram and Sterling, if they sit on them, if someone sits on Clarkson, then they're not going to create, and that defence is not a good defence. Yes, I know Keller Roos plays out of his skin every time he plays against us. I know that, as they all do, guys, as they all do. But at the end of the day, we cannot let that happen tomorrow. Let's get through some of your comments again. Most important, we need players in January who can play in Europe and have not played for another team, so couldn't play with us. Good shout, you, and we do need to have a look at that market. And I'm sure Niels Coppen has already started to have a look at that. We know that. Niels Coppen has got a great record, guys. He brought the likes of Joey Veerman, Noah Lang, to PSV, Bakayoko, Sibari. He brought some brilliant players to PSV, so there's no reason why, hopefully, he cannot spot that himself. I'm 89 and running around the block gets harder each year, says Jim. Bloody hell, Jim, are you really 89? My God, buddy. Hope I live that long. Evening all. We have the League Cup to pick up tomorrow, says John. I hope so, John. C-Max says, good pod, Owen. Thanks for all the hard work you do. Thank you, C-Max, for that. It means amazing. Thank you very much. Who would you go for, Owen, Miovski or Shanks? Oh, what a question, RFC 56. What a question. Shankland is a great goal. I'd go for both of them if we had the money, if I'm being honest with you. I think the thing you've got there for me is Bojan Miovski is younger. He's a bit quicker. I would go for Miovski just because of the fact that he's got a sell-on value. He's 24 years old. If he has 2-3 good seasons with us, then we can probably sell him for 5-6 times what we bought him for. So that's why I would go for him. Let's bring home Rangers, says Bailey. Owen got a great channel, a great bunch of bears in here. We have all that. I've got the best bears in the world on here. 3 years, 2020 Northampton Town support, both RFC. Callum is going for his quadruple again. I really worry about Santa. I hope he got out in one piece. That's funny. When we lost the sheep, thought going to be a long season ahead, but Clement is changing things. You are. I think we all did, Aldo. We all sat there, didn't we, after that 3-1 defeated Ibrox, and we're like, for God's sake, it's going to be an awful season this season. But no, he's changed it. I wouldn't pay us over 2 million for Shankland. I mean, I suppose the thing you've got is Shankland's 28. He's not getting any younger. There's, again, like Dessers, there's no resale value. Robert, what a good idea. What a good idea. Comment from Bluebells of Blue. He says, Sheep never exposed. Rid Van Hearts did. Boys has never let us down. He's miles ahead of Borna for me. Borna has offered net 0. 6. Yeah, look, I get that. I just don't think he picks him. I don't think he picks Rid Van. I don't think for some reason he doesn't fancy him. John would rather bring Matondo on from McCausland. I would only just use Matondo because his defense is a little bit better than McCausland. He is staying for 4 years, although he's under contract for 4 years. So hopefully we can. Although he says Shankland's a good player, but I think we can get better. That's my argument about Miovski, buddy. That's why I want to see Miovski. 3-1 easy, says John Park. The only thing I suppose with Miovski, though, is the fact that will the Sheep do business with us? No, of course they won't. Of course they won't. Guys, if you haven't got a Glasgow Rangers Nation membership yet, Alexander, thank you so much. Guys, all you've got to do is click on allow gifts. If you're not a member, like John isn't, and Philippe Clement isn't, accept a gift, guys. Accept a gift. Seema doesn't really get called up for Senegal unless there's a lot of injuries, so here's praying he doesn't. Brilliant. That would be fantastic if he didn't. I like that team, except I'd play young Ross over Matondo. Said Robert. Like I said, the only reason I'm starting Ross is I just think starting Matondo is he's better defensively. I did think McCausland was very poor at tracking back on Thursday, but that's him learning. He's still a young lad, and I'm not criticising for him. I think the fans that did call him shit and criticise him need to take a long, hard look at themselves. They really do. I'm hoping Bill Phil has an eye on a star striker. Me too, Stuart. Although, yeah, we can get better, but Shanks as your backup is a good position to be in. 91 watching, smash that thumbs up. Thank you very much. Yeah, 91 watching, please smash the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, remember the 2 things, guys. Number 1, this is a free channel, guys. You get daily Rangers news, you get live streams, you get podcasts, and you get all those things, guys, for nothing. And also remember this, no paywall, no Patreon. No paywall, no Patreon. Here on Glasgow Rangers Nation. Never will be, guys. Never will be. What have we got here? We may. Why the fuck would a wee bit sheep player that line up Rob's pockets? He just want to pay for Miovski, obviously. What else have we got here? Comments. I'm trying to get back your comments, guys. If I miss your comment, I do apologise. Where are we up to? We've got please move Tav forward. He can't defend for shit. Bluebells of Blue says we put Tav forward 2 or 3 times. Granted, it's not a lot to go on, but Tav was shocking the few times we have. Stop it. Okay. Let's thank Tav more like a winger than a defender. He's actually a better wing back, maybe. I don't know. Come on, Jers, making this a great week. Winning in Spain. That mob getting beat today, then win the cup tomorrow. Blue Christmas, absolutely. Malky says we may have to use Lammers tomorrow because of injury. I think we will. He'll be on the bench at very least. I do think that, Malky, if I'm being honest. We need a Defoe type striker. We do need a we do a Stewart. We do need a Defoe type striker. The side says Rebecca, give your dad a jam tart with cream. Lol. Nerves are starting now. I don't think I'll sleep much nice. Although, yeah, the nerves do get in the way, buddy. They do get in the way. I thought that was as long as we win tomorrow. I can still remember 2011 waiting for the ball to cross the line. Yelovich. Yep, remember those days, buddy. -8 to -5 to potentially +1. That's Sharknado weather. Lift that cup tomorrow. I'll be lifting a cup of coffee to celebrate as I don't drink, says Aldo. Beating Betis, winning the cup would fill our squad with confidence, believe. Absolutely. That's what it's about. Changing perceptions, Robert. Getting us ready to go for the rest of the season. Rumours a Middle East talent was being showed around the training ground the other day. Could be Otunga coming back on the radar. Could be. I'll look into that. Bluebells are blue. I'll look into that. Why the... Yeah, we've done that one. Sorry. Yeah, we don't want to give the sheep money. That's fair enough. Absolutely. Stephen, evening, Stephen. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Contract seems to be up in the air since June. Like waking up fresh. Might not be absolutely. Good. Jordy says, isn't Lovelace due back January? Would it be fantastic? Yeah, absolutely. Lovelace is back in January. He would be a great player to come back into this team. 100% agree with you, Jordy. I'd love to see Lovelace get a chance. You know, the kid's a great talent, and St. Mirren away, he was brilliant. So for me, definitely. Don't care who plays. I'll trust Clement's choice. Well, let's face it, he's got it right so far. He will play Butland, Tav, Goldson, Balogun, Barisic, Sterling, Lundstram, Seamer, Cantwell, Lammers, Roof, and bring Dessers on. Interesting shout from William that Roof will start. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Very interesting. Sterling must play. Cup is ours. What's my score prediction for tomorrow? I went live on TikTok earlier this afternoon. 3-1 was my prediction. I'm sticking by that. 3-1. Goals from Seamer, Cantwell and Dessers. 3-1. 3-1 Rangers. 3-1 Rangers. Yeah, coming on, there'll be hefty wages. Absolutely. Let's quickly flick through some of your comments. Mac and cheese supper. Very nice. I had steak and chips, buddy. 4-1 says Acoustic Gymnastics. Yeah, start getting any predictions in, guys. What are the score predictions for tomorrow? Let's get 56 likes, Bear. Absolutely. Dessa's hat-trick, Acoustic Gymnastics. If Dessa scores a hat-trick tomorrow, it'll be amazing. I don't think he will, but it'll be amazing. Superb team performance from Hearts today. Outstanding. Wishing the Jambos a Merry Christmas, says fantastic Mr. Fox. I think we're all wishing the Jambos a very Merry Christmas, if I'm being honest with you. I'm sure I trust a man in his 40s using TikTok. It's to promote the channel, buddy. It's to promote the channel. Sterling will start in place of Sifu. Robert says Sifu's injured at the moment, actually, which was worrying news from the presser today, was that we don't actually know how long Steamer is out for. We don't actually know how long he's going to be out for, which is worrying. 3-1 Rangers, says Alexander. Fantastic. Mr. Fox says he would start Roof. Stephen Lennon also going 3-1 to the famous. Rangers 3, Hearts 0. I think you mean Aberdeen, Aldo. Your nerves are getting to you, buddy. Dessers, Tav, and McCausland. Oh, guys, I'd love it tomorrow if we got a penalty. Penalty to Rangers. Clean sheet 2-0, says Craig. I'd take that, buddy. C-Max 3-1. Balogun, first goal. What was the price on that, C-Max? Find it out for me. 1-0 penalty to Rangers, 94th minute, Duncan. Do you know what, Duncan? That would cause the biggest meltdown in history, wouldn't it? 104 people watching, guys. Please smash that like. And also, if you haven't subscribed, smash the sub, guys. Smash the sub. Ewan says 3-1. Seamer, Tav, and Roof. Robert says 4-1. Dessers for the first goal. Philip Lynn says, won the Rangers 2-0. Robert says, rather we win with a clean sheet. RFC 72 is predicting a 3-1 Lundstram. Lundstram with the first goal, unless you're predicting Lundstram to get a hat-trick, buddy. 3 pens would you... Kevin, that would be hilarious, buddy. That would be any win, Callum. Absolutely any win. Lol, sheep, my bad, got the hearts and the brain tonight. Well, I think we all have, Aldo. The way Sterling played in the second half against Betis, we think the guy was made of concrete, just throwing himself at every challenge, never giving up. He has been really good, hasn't he? He has been really, really good the last few games, and I think he is a good player. 3 penalties, says Acoustic Gymnastics, lol. 3-1 penalty kick for Jers, Tav, first goal, says Bailey. Any win, but they are due a pump in. They are absolutely. We do need to smash them tomorrow. We do need to smash them tomorrow. Everyone agreeing with you, Callum. Look, it's a game we've got to win. It really is a game we've got to win tomorrow. And it is a game that I think can be season defining again, along with that Betis game. A game that I think we can really turn this around and really make this season our own. We are in such a good opportunity, such a good chance to overtake them. We really are. I think there is a change, hopefully, in mentality, and I hope we continue to see that tomorrow. 3-1 Rangers and Santa to score the penalty, says fantastic Mr. Fox. First trophy would be great for Clement. I don't know if you heard his compressor today, but he said that it's not about him. It's about the team. It's about the club. Just classic Clement. He doesn't want to take the praise. He wants to pass it on to his players. He's the perfect manager. Absolute penalty, 94th minute. Absolutely. Aldo says, need to win tomorrow. No excuses. Lol, do we know who the ref is for tomorrow? Let me try and find out who is the ref for the League Cup final. Let's try and find out. Let's see what we've got. Ref for Viaplay Cup final. Don Robertson is the referee. So the referee is Don Robertson, and Andrew Dallas is in charge of VAR. Can we talk Lunny? He's deserving a new contract now or not? If we don't get that sorted soon, he could be off in the summer for nothing. He must be attracting suitors of late. Sign him up. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bluebells, 2-0 Tav Pens. First of many trophies for Big Phil. I hope so, Stephen. I hope so. Get the trophy back where it belongs. First of 3. We haven't won the League Cup for 13 years. It needs to be changed tomorrow, guys. Rangers win tomorrow. All I can see is the memes now with the sheep's bus on the internet. Yeah, apparently Aberdeen have already got a bus with Viaplay League Cup winners on it already. It is Don Robertson. Yes, RFC 72. It is Don Robertson. Let's get into these sheep. Keep the good week going, Jers. 100% in 2 minutes. And Clement is up for his first cup. Absolutely. 2-0. Brother Dallas. Yeah, fuck's sake. Yeah. Don the Dick. Okay. Is it that undecorated Christmas tree behind you? What you're eating tonight, buddy? It's a flashing LED Christmas tree, but I don't know if anyone has epilepsy, so I didn't want to set anyone's epilepsy off. That's why it's not turned on. It's not undecorated. It flashes lots of different colours. It's an LED Christmas tree, but I don't want to cause anyone to have epilepsy. Lunny, new contract, but has to be lower wages. Tide is turning, lads. Hope so, Robert. Hope so. Really hope so. Look, at the end of the day, look, yeah, let's talk a little bit of Lunny. Just to finish off the pod tonight, let's talk a little bit of Lunny, shall we? Does Lunny deserve a new contract? He's playing so well at the moment. He is doing. And I criticised him at the start of the season. I did. I slaughtered him at the start of the season. But he's really come good. He's come through it, and I've apologised to him a number of times on different videos. Not that I don't think he watches me. I doubt Lunny actually watches the channel. But yeah, I think he does deserve a new contract. He's really stepped up. I think Philippe Clement is getting the best out of him. I don't think it's just what some people are suggesting, that he's playing well because he wants a new contract. I genuinely think that Philippe Clement is getting the best out of him. You've only got to listen to his interviews to kind of interpret that. Yes, I know he has his bad moments. Yes, I know he has moments when he gives away the ball, or, his first touch is like a tackle. But you know what? If he didn't, he would be playing for Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea in the Premier League. He'd be top of the Premier League player. Unfortunately, that's where we're at the moment. I think that's just where we're at. Bluebells of Blue wants Lunny as captain. That's an interesting shout. Who's all going to the game and watching at home? I'm going. I can't wait. I'm going to be streaming, guys. It will be streamed here, so come and watch, guys. Pure chuff. The Mankey mob got beat. Says Daniel McDonough. Daniel, welcome to the channel. Lundstram has been outstanding recently. He has, Robert. He's been brilliant recently. I think he deserves a lot of praise. Philip's taking his daughter tomorrow. Hope you do and your daughter have a great time. Let's ram the double-decker bus where the sun... Love it. Wish I was going. If you buy your tickets, I have to buy your ticket off you. Absolutely, guys. Look, yeah, I will be live streaming. I will be live streaming tomorrow. So, guys, come and join me for the live stream. There will be a live stream here on the channel. So, please come and join me for that. Lammers for captain, so we can shout at people not pulling their weight. Funny. Heading to work. Have a good shift, Stuart. Okay, guys, that is it, guys, for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with the team announcement. Once the team is out, I will be back live to bring you the team. I will be back to bring you the team. Obviously, I will be back to the live stream tomorrow. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for all the donations tonight. The donations have been amazing tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It goes to help run the channel. Thank you so much, guys. And the 1 million views has just been amazing, guys. And like I said, tomorrow is about going out from minute 1, about taking them on, about varying our points of attack, about Cantwell being allowed that free roll to put the little balls through for Seema, for Dessers, for Lunny, for all those players bursting on. But it's also about using the width. It's about keeping them off their balance. That's what it's all about tomorrow. I think the team were playing crap because of the twat Beale, just the way he treated Fashion Junior says it already. You make a brilliant point there. And I think if players saw how Fashion, and Fashion was look, no matter what you think of Fashion, yes, Fashion could go from world beater to carpet beater in the blink of an eye. But the way he didn't deserve the way he was treated. Fashion was a fantastic lad. He really was, and shouldn't have been treated in the way he was. And I'm not surprised that the players downed tools. I really am not. No payroll, no Patreon, no pedos, only bears, says Decider. Absolutely. Loved his chat at the airport, says Robert. Come on, Rangers, let's do it. Absolutely, Alexander. Come on, Rangers, let's do this. We'll just take Lunny off the screen for a minute, although Lunny is a lot better looking lad than me. Cheers, Owen and Bears. In the sheet tomorrow, absolutely. Bailey, yeah, thank you very much, buddy. Alexander, come on, Rangers. Stephen Lenahan, thank you very much. Bluebells are blue. Cheers, Owen and Bears. Into the sheet tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to try and get Laura back on next week. Did you enjoy having Laura on the other day? What do you think of Laura? Let me know. I thought Laura was amazing. I will be having Laura back on next week. Let's do this for all the Rangers lenders. Absolutely. Come on, for the guys who are no longer with us. No surrender. Rangers for 90 minutes. Cheers, Erin. See you tomorrow, buddy. Absolutely. Cheers, Erin. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Dugster. We are the people. Philippe, you're spot on, buddy. We are the people. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, hit that sub. Hit that sub. Ring that bell. Wrap it up, Erin. Need to get to bed. Sekala, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Come on, Rangers, do us proud tomorrow. Agree with that, buddy. Agree. On the way out, guys, as always, 2 things for me. Smash the like. And number 2, never, ever forget. We are the people.